Check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Vucevic in at the center. And for Atlanta, filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. Well, we should be in for a fast-paced game tonight, Coach. Both of these teams excel at creating fast break opportunities.
Look, Kevin, you're right. Both of these teams prefer to get out and attack before the other can get their defense set. They want to use their speed and athleticism, and they need to get as many easy buckets as they possibly can.
Now here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Giddey surveying the D. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for Atlanta. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
4 on the shot clock. And here's Johnson outside, rebounded by Vucevic. White against Daniels. Here's Giddey. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. Hits the jumper.
The preferred scoring area for Okongwu. He can get it done inside with his size and length.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Okongwu. Johnson with the rebound.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And here is Giddey, guarded by Rizachet. Now Vucevic. Back to Giddey. And the layup is good.
Nice move by Giddey. His handles are fantastic.
Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. Here's Rizachet, covered by Okoro. Daniels, no good. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Pelicans.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
The Hawks trailer. Alexander Walker on the wing. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Giddey finds Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Here's Giddey. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia with great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Johnson. Now Rizachet. Now Alexander Walker. Still yet to score. Now here's Okoro. Here's White. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside Daniels. Back to Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
White looking around. And it's Giddey in the corner. Pass to Okoro. Outside, White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got 5 now.
Now this is how you execute in the pick and roll. White just toying with the defense there.
Here's Rizichet. Now Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Giddey. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
With how well Giddey moves in his 6'8" frame, he's such a tough matchup. There aren't a lot of guys who can guard him.
Well, Josh Giddey, an outstanding playmaker. We know that, Coach. Are we calling him a point forward or a 6'8" point guard?
To me, Kevin, he's a pure point guard at 6'8". This guy's got great size, but he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, making plays for other people and running an offense. He can handle and pass as well as any.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Outside, White. Back to Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Tries from 10, and it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Buzelis. The Hawks trail by 5. Now, here's Johnson. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Daniels against White. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Buzelis, no one around him. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Missed opportunity. He's just got to shake that one off.
Johnson outside. To Alexander Walker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced and the skill level continues to rise.
Now here's Vucevic. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, he's a great passing center. You can run offense through Vucevic. Use him as a passing hub.
Daniels with it. White covering. Pass to Rizichet. Fires for 3. And it's White with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 5. And here is Giddey. Bounce pass from Vucevic. Now Buzelis, covered by Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. On the wing, Daniels. Back to Rizichet. Here's Alexander Walker. Inside. Got a piece of it. Buzelis with the ball. Johnson on him. Buzelis' shot is good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And so it's Atlanta with it, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Now here's Giddey. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And he's good on the three ball.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Johnson outside. Pass to Rizachet. Now Johnson. Now Alexander Walker. Offline with his three. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-7 run. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely. Now here's Vucevic, covered by Okongwu. And Vucevic kicks to Giddey. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Giddey, no good. The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Alexander Walker. 4-on-3 break. Okoro dishes to White. Now here's Giddey. Out left to the wing. Vucevic to the pass to Giddey. Johnson with it. Defended by Giddey. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. Jacks up a three. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. Outside Daniels. It's good from long range.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from three.
The Bulls leading by 5. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you, Kevin.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Dosunmu, the pass to Jones. Pass to Herter. Lock at 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Krejci. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Newell. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Wallace misses. Chicago leading by 7. Smith outside. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Newell. He's defended by Herter.
Chicago foul. Jalen Smith. First, team second.
The Hawks have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. 9 seconds left in the first. And here's Herter. Off target with his 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Patrick Williams. Dosunmu is out there with Jones. Then it's Kevin Herter, and it's Smith in at the center position. Now here's Herter. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans.
Yeah, look, he came up huge defensively, grabbing 4 steals during the game.
Here's Wallace. They trail by 6. Pass to Gay. Off target from outside. Williams passes to Dosunmu. Smith scanning the floor. Here's Jones. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Jones has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. Wallace, the pass to Krejci. Back to Wallace. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Smith outside. Pass to Jones. And here's Herter. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen by Williams. Back to Herter. Here's the 3. Kennard with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Gay. He has yet to score. Back to Wallace. They set the pick. Shoots the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And Patrick Williams has established himself as a 3-and-D player out in the wing.
Well, look, Kevin, the one thing you know you're going to get out of Patrick Williams every night is a great effort at the defensive end of the floor, and that's a great starting point. So when you put him in a game, you know darn well he's going to help you defensively, not going to make many mistakes offensively, and then it just comes down to how well is he going to shoot the ball.
Now, here's Kennard. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, give Kennard room at the arc, and he will quickly live up to his reputation as a shooter.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Atlanta making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Newell. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Wallace. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Kennard. Then for the Bulls, Buzelis is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Kevin Herter. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Trey Jones. Chicago leading by 3. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Okoro kicks to Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. From downtown, Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Krejci. Giddey defending. Now Rizachet. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
I like the movement from the rookie, Zachary Rizachet.
And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Daniels. Pass to Okoro. Now here's Dosunmu. That one's off, still out of sync.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Krejci. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here. Okongwu's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Vucevic is checked in. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Giddey, no one around him. No good with the triple.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. The 4th spot held by Jalen Johnson.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Bulls trail by 4. Giddey with it. He has 5. Here's Vucevic. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Johnson kicks to Daniels. To the left side wing. Johnson outside. No good on the triple. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 4. Giddey sets the pick for Okoro. Back to Giddey. Tries from the block. And Vucevic finishes inside. Vucevic has got 9 points.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Atlanta.
They set the pick. This one for 3. Atlanta again missing. Reza Shea's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Here's Okoro. Vucevic's screen on Daniel. Here's Okoro. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Atlanta's gotten into trouble with the free ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. He gets it in there. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Takes a step back. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
First one falls for him. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Daniels with it, light covering. Daniels dishes to Okongwu. Okongwu with a screen on White. And that one's good. Daniels.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Okoro. Vucevic up top. Now here's Giddey. Defense is right there. Fires the 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds in the game.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Now, here's Okongwu. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. Great open look there. And now a 9-point Hawks lead.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Here's Giddey. He has 6. Now Okoro fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Okoro's got 6 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Giddey defending. It's stolen by Buzelis. Down low. Vucevic down low. Covered by Okongwu.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Outside Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. On the wing, Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on White. Daniels. And again, it's Atlanta.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Out to White from past the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Bulls trail by 6. On the wing, Giddey. Now here's White. He's got 5. Giddey finds White. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, we've seen this for years. Vucevic is a dependable scorer who can attack you in a variety of ways.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson at the elbow. Oh! Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Outside, White. Daniels with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Vucevic. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Rizashay. And 101 left to play in the first half. Here's Okongwu.
Yeah, Okongwu has been stepping up his efforts on the offensive glass, and he's rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And here is Giddey. He has 6. Here's Vucevic. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league, and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
Here's Giddey after the basket by Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
16 seconds left to play here in the half. Rizashay up top. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Philadelphia. That shot off the mark. And so we wrap up the first half. It's Atlanta leading by 6. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
This kind of performance, fans love to see 2 players going after it one-on-one. I can't wait to see how the second half unfolds.
It's been a fun one to watch so far, Jet, that is for sure. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now, here's Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Sweet little floater. Rizachet has got 5.
Oh, that's a great sign for Rizachet, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Giddey kicks to White. Vucevic against Okongwu. Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. Pass to Giddey. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Vucevic. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Vucevic has got 19 points.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
Here's Alexander Walker. Rizachet wide open. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
White goes in. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter. Over to the left wing. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Pass to Buzelis. And the shot goes down. Buzelis has got his second bucket.
And at his size, Buzelis handles the ball really well, which makes him especially effective in pick and roll.
To the middle, and stolen by White. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Now White. And here is Giddey. Defended by Alexander Walker. And it's Vucevic in the corner. And the Bulls another 3.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Inside, it's stolen by Vucevic. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Okoro passes to Giddey. Six on the shot clock. Can't hit from 12. Atlanta with the ball. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Back to Alexander Walker. Here's Rizachet. A three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Bulls now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic. Now, Giddey. Defended by Alexander Walker. For the lead. Giddey, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
To Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Rizachet. The bucket on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic has screen on Johnson. Back to Giddey. Looking to get it going. Lays it up and banks it in. Giddey's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Well, great job by Giddey staying composed there, refusing to let the physical defense throw him off.
Here's Rizachet. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. That gives them the lead. Okoro's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Daniels with it. 11 points in the game. Okongwu with a screen on Giddey. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Daniels against White. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 6. Pass to Rizachet. Now Johnson takes the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 5th assist in this one. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. And it's Vucevic missing. Atlanta has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Daniels, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's Giddey. 10 points for him. And here's Vucevic. Back to Giddey. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Giddey's got 4 this quarter.
Well, with the 24-second clock dwindling, Giddey steps up.
White against Daniel. Okongwu with the screen for Daniel. And the 3 off target. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Sinks the triple.
Well, you gotta applaud the readiness of Kobe White. His feet were set, his shoulders lined up, just needed the ball.
Here is Daniels, 11 points in the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Yes, and the foul. It goes on Josh Giddey.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Hawks making a change here. Gaze checked in. Jones checked in for Chicago. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
For Atlanta, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. After Rizachet. Now, here's Okongwu, defended by Jones. And a wide open look for Daniel. The Hawks again can't hit. Chicago leading. Here's Okoro. 8 points for him. Rebound by Alexander Walker. On the wing, Daniels. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center, but right there, Okongwu makes up for it with his athleticism.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Outside, Jones. High post, Vucevic. Over Okongwu. Vucevic dishes to Jones. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Gay. averaging almost 6 points a game. And the three ball is good.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Screen by Jones. Buzelis with the ball. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Gay, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Bulls with some changes. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in for Okoro. Outside, Jones. Smith sets the pick for Jones. Smith outside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again to the inside. Here's Gay, and again it's Atlanta.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now here's Jones. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Smith with a wide open look, and the Bulls with another miss.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Kennard with the ball, offended by Dosunmu.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's Williams, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarter.
The Hawks leading by 6. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Kennard's shot is off. The Bulls shooting reasonably well, 45%. Jones kicks to White. Ripped away. It's 2-on-1. Kennard, the bounce pass. Alexander Walker passes to Krejci. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. White's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Williams, a screen on Kennard. White, wide open. He fires. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kennard for 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Now Jones. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And we've reached the end of the third. Hawks ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for Chicago right now, Trey Jones out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Dosunmu. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. Pass to Krejci. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls trail by 4. Right side, Williams. And here is Giddey. Smith outside. From deep. Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 4 rebounds in this game. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Wallace kicks to Kennard. Johnson with it. Defended by Giddey. Pass to Gay. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
Team first.
Now, here's Johnson. 3-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Dosunmu. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Hawks leading. Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. To the paint. Here's Gay. 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Williams finds Giddey. Williams, a screen on Kennard. Here's Giddey. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. Katangos checked in for Wallace. The Bulls making a change here as well. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, "You're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work." Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Gay. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Dosunmu. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Free throw, no good for Giddey.
Well, when you look at Josh Giddey, he scores, passes, and rebounds it well for his position. And the fun part for me, I think he still has room to grow.
Pass to Gay. Here's Krejci, defended by Jones. Here's Gay. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Dosunmu with it. Johnson's there. Gay with the rebound.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 6th rebound on the night. 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Krejci. Pass to Gay. Over Williams. Gay misses. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Now, here's Vucevic. With the fadeaway. That one's no good. Takes him to 10 for 15 for the game. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. Okongwu's shot is good.
Yeah, great to see Okongwu not only finding chances to score, but looking for more. Not being satisfied with what he's done already.
Now here's Vucevic. Over Okongwu. And it's Vucevic missing. The Hawks trail. Pass to Krejci. Here's Gay. And here's Kennard. Johnson outside. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Flexing some muscle on that bucket. Johnson doesn't mind getting physical.
And here is Williams. Here's Vucevic. Giddey with it. And the Bulls with another miss. Now Kennard. To the left wing. Here's Krejci to take the lead. A three-pointer is right on target. Now it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Giddey with the screen on Okongwu. Outside Williams. Outside Jones. Pass to Vucevic. Over Okongwu. And it's Vucevic missing. Atlanta leading by 3. Now, here's Okongwu. Here's Krejci. And the Bulls with some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Patrick Williams. Okoro comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Kobe White in for Trey Jones. Bulls trail by 3. Outside White. Out to the wing. Okoro dishes to White. To end the drought. Atlanta with the rebound. Reza Shea's got 4 rebounds in this game. Right side Daniels. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Vucevic. Buzelis with the ball. Johnson's there. Giddey the pass to White. Back to Giddey. Top of the key. Rebound by the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9 on the wing. Johnson for the 3. Okongwu the pass to Alexander Walker. Second shot opportunity, and that one good. And the Hawks lead by 5. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Outside White. From outside off the mark.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Okoro with it. He's picked up by Reza Shea. Outside White. Pass to Giddey to stop the run. Drops in the tray. Giddey's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
Back to Daniels. And here is Okongwu. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Giddey defending. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Buzelis with the ball. Now Giddey. Outside White. Here's Vucevic. Okongwu pulls it down. Here's Atlanta. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Now, Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on Giddey. And there's the three.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Giddey. Now, here's Vucevic. Okongwu pulls it down.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Bulls trail by 7. That one is good.
This kid Buzelis loves these types of situations. He wants to be the guy they go to in the big moments.
Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Here's Rizachet. .125 left in the fourth. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Oh, the dunk!
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Bulls trail by 6. Here's Vucevic. And he sinks the fadeaway J.
Big Vooch with a big bucket. That is clutch.
Rizachet with it. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shoots the three. Vucevic pulls it down.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Giddey. Now Vucevic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And that's an intentional foul.
Team second.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third person. Team second. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
At the wing position, Ricochet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting, and add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Vucevic from deep. The three goes down.
Using his unique perspective, Vucevic sees the whole floor and finds the open shooter.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Hits the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Well, this is what he does, a proven scorer in the clutch.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Carries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Team is in the picture. Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Onyeka Okongwu.